All right, hey, what's going on? This is Dan Keller, your mortgage advisor at Guild Mortgage. I want to welcome you to another episode of Making Sense of the Markets. Today is Saturday, October 21st, episode number 43. 43 weeks in a row, I've come to you with a market update and some valuable information that you can use. And 43 weeks into this means we're almost done with this year. This year is blown by. Well, today I want to give you some really valuable information as it relates to using your credit card or using your debit card. I'm going to give you a real life situation. I'm going to give you a couple of examples where the information I'm going to give you today is valuable and it pays off and it pays to take my advice here. So if you've been following me for any time, you know that in June of this last year, about 3 or 4 months ago, my identity was stolen. The thieves opened up, I believe it was 9 accounts in my name and made charges on 5 of the 9 accounts. It was pretty ugly. I think it was in excess of $10,000, $12,000 of charges being made. Fast forward to today, it was all taken care of, it all worked out. Again, I used a company called Blue Water Credit. It's who I refer my clients to if they need credit help, and they have a identity theft and fraud division, and they help take care of some of these problems that I had. That's not what this is about though. What this is about is if I were to have had my debit card stolen, the thieves had access to my checking or savings accounts, this would have been a whole other mess, a bigger mess. Let me give you another example. This has happened before where Jenny and I have made charges and we accidentally, by the convenience store or with the shop, double charged us. If it were a credit card that we used, you literally go online to your account, you dispute the account, and it goes away. That's exactly what happened with the charges that were made when my identity was stolen. If it would have been a debit card, it's a completely different process. It's a difficult process, and oftentimes, you got to understand, if it's a debit card, it's your cash. Your cash was stolen. It's tougher to prove that your cash was stolen versus if it were a credit card. You have to understand this as consumers. The creditors take all the risk. If you go out and run up $10,000 in charges on your credit card and you walk away and you don't pay that and you file bankruptcy, they lose the money. It's the same thing. If you and I have a credit card and Target, for example, or Nordstrom's accidentally double charges us, we dispute that, the creditors take care of that, they deal with it and they reconcile it and they do it pretty quick. If it were your debit card, totally different story. So here's the thing, and if you followed me over the last year or so, you know that I pay a lot of attention to budgeting and debt and asset management. I wrote an ebook called The 6 Steps to Financial Freedom. You can download a free copy of that at www.budgetwithdan.com. And in those steps, I talk about the importance of using your credit card for all of your charges. 1, you can track them better. 2, your liability is down. And number 3, oftentimes you get rewards by using your credit card. And I like free money, so that works out pretty well. So the key is paying off your credit card at the end of every single month. So if you want a copy of that book where I talk about a few other tips like that, go to budgetwithdan.com. Free copy is yours. And in the meantime, if you found this information valuable, share it. Get this information out. I'd love to help someone that you know, a friend, a family member, a coworker, and I look forward to being a resource for you. Somewhere on the screen is my number. If you'd like to set up a time to get together and talk about your mortgage or your plans to purchase a house, I'd love to be a resource as well. We'll have you come in the office and we'll sit down and go through a mortgage planning meeting and give you clarity around the process and your options, all right? Hey, have a fantastic weekend. Stay dry if you're up here in Seattle. It is windy and it's rainy, and I look forward to connecting with you next weekend for another Making Sense of the Markets episode. Bye for now.